Terry Hopewell. We have a 2023 Newmar, Country Star Newmar.
David Hopewell. Again, it's a 2023 Newmar Country Star. We've had it for a little over a year. Gosh, we started RVing 6-8 years ago, probably with another coach. But we started camping when our boys were young, went to a pop-up, had some great experiences in that pop-up, just really totally enjoyed it, but wanted to do more. We're still weekend warriors, I guess. We're not full-time RVers, but we have enjoyed some of our travels down in Tennessee, up in Ohio and northern Indiana and some of the Amish country part. We really do enjoy that part, and going and having our home away from home. We fill out our RV just like we would a house or a condo that we might own somewhere on the beach or in Florida or something. We just treat it, it's just our home on wheels, and we can go anywhere we want to and have everything that we want to right there. We wanted to have our own bed. We wanted to have our own utensils. We just wanted to have our own accessibility, have everything there that we might have at home and our home on wheels. We really didn't like staying at some of the hotels anymore. We just liked the aspect of having everything that we wanted accessible in our own home and so forth. We really liked that. We haven't been real big travelers as far as air travel goes. We have been travelers with family, different locations and so forth. So driving in the car, the vehicle, and the truck, we just want to be able to stand up and stretch your legs sometimes. You know, while I'm driving, she'll stand up and stretch her legs. That way she doesn't have to sit in the seat all day, but she can stand up and move around, even lay down on the couch just a minute and take a little nap or something while we're still driving. That makes it easier. We've enjoyed the aspect of just being able to pull over when you want to, and you've got everything that you need. You can stay longer at the rest stop and enjoy the stay a little bit longer. You can pull over and go into a store somewhere and come back out. And we're pulling our truck too, so we can stop and unhook the truck if we needed to go somewhere different and move it from that standpoint. So we've just enjoyed the accessibility, I guess you'd say, from that. With us, it's not so much hurry up and get there. It's the journey is part of the destination, I guess you'd say. We want to take our time. We want to enjoy the trip. You know, I'm not going to be the fastest driver on the road by any means. Plus, I want to stop a little more often. We're just not in a hurry. I guess that's what the lifestyle has shown us, is that we're not in a hurry. And we're just going to take our time to do something and enjoy the journey. I enjoy driving the rig. I enjoy traveling down the road. Certainly enjoy meeting new friends. We love going to different campgrounds, to different RV resorts, seeing different things. There are a few places that we really enjoy. We love going to Hilton Head. We've got a couple of places down there we stay, but we enjoy the lifestyle there with those other RVers that are there. Taking walks in the afternoon, to going out to eat, to pickleball, to playing, things like that. When you just meet new people and new friends, and you just enjoy those things. I don't know if we will ever go full time, but we probably would take some extended stays someplace. We might enjoy that, going for a month or 6 weeks or something like that. We've never been out west. I'd like to go out west and see some of the big open spaces out there. I'd love to go to Dodge City, just so I could say, let's get out of Dodge. Just Matt Dillon and all. I just want to be able to say, let's get out of Dodge. But that would be an extended stay for us when we're only traveling 250 to 300 miles a day, and wanting to stop and relax for a couple of days at a time. And it's going to take us a while to do that. So that's what we would like to do, is take some of those, turn it into a 6-week vacation if we could. But it's that 3-letter word that we always talk about. It's a job that kind of holds us back a lot, that I'm still very involved in my work. Can't get away from that. So I'm getting more and more freed from that with a good team at the office, which really helps. I can do a lot of my work on a remote basis. Wouldn't be full time, so maybe we could take some of those extended stays and go, 4 or 5 weeks at a time and enjoy stuff like that. That's kind of where we are right now. JOB is affecting our TRAVEL. Our son had bought a Freightliner chassis. He had more access to Freightliner maintenance people nationwide in his travels because they have traveled a lot. So I like the aspect of having dealerships that I could depend on 24/7, almost anywhere we went. For what we were looking for, we wanted something bigger than we had. We had a 36-footer, so we did go a little bit bigger. We wanted something that would just have us a little more room in the basement that comes all the way through and has easier access for storage stuff. We can store more junk down there now that we don't see. So that's just like everybody else. It's just a bunch of storage now that we've got that we maybe sometimes don't need, but we've got it. We wanted in our coach the recliners. Mm-hmm. So that's what we really looked at was a recliner. What we wanted to have where our TV was right across from us, so that we could see the TV. We didn't have to turn our heads and look at the TV either this way or that way. We wanted something straight ahead, and we wanted some chairs big enough. I'm a big guy, 6'4", 300 pounds, so it's one of those things where I wanted to have a chair big enough that I could sit back and put my feet up and be comfortable.
I think a pretty decor too.
Yeah.
We were looking for that. And really pretty decor made a difference.
Yeah, and she did like that. So once we found that, we kind of fell in love with it, and bingo, here we are. I get a lot of information from him, from them. He and his wife both do a great job. Of course, our granddaughters are with them, but we get so much information from him, and he's shown me operational things on the coach, little things that he's taught me about it, the Jake brake access and how it works. And so it was just good to have another ear, somebody that I could ask and talk to even before we purchased the coach. He was so informational on things like that. But yes, the bonding that we've got together from that, we've had a lot of good conversations that have really been a help along that line. And that's another thing that some of these rallies do. You're introduced to other people that have similar situations. They've got a whole lot of knowledge on their when we're still relatively newbies with a diesel pusher and getting familiar with that. We're totally unfamiliar with our chassis, so we're learning some of that with people that have got years and years of experience that we can learn from. It's just really a lot of fun. So it's fun to bond, meet new people, and have a lot of. We've enjoyed this trip down here to Tennessee with the Freightliner folks, and it's just been a great time. Not yet. This is our first real rally. This is our first rally, period. And we've stayed at campgrounds, basically where we've been around our family. So we haven't really gotten to know some of the other people there. Not like this. People are here because they are on a Freightliner chassis, and you don't feel bad about asking a question to them, because they're going to have some knowledge that we might not have and that we want to learn. No question's been a dumb question for me, I guess. I've always kind of thought that. So it might seem simple or stupid, or somebody else might be chuckling behind, but it's like, I needed to know that, and it was so simple. We've met several people here that I think could be friends for a long time. Even people from Kentucky, we're from Kentucky, so even other people are from Kentucky, we didn't know them. And a couple of them are from an adjoining county. And it's like, wow. So now we know that we're going to become friends. We had mutual friends that we found conversation about, and now we're going to be friends ourselves with them. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We have not. We came to Tennessee to go to Camp Freightliner, so we're excited about that. The rally actually had some information on the Cummins engine. They had some information on the Cummins generators. Michelin came and spoke to us about the tires. That was very interesting to me this morning. But Camp Freightliner is going to cover the chassis part. And I am really looking forward to learning more about the Freightliner chassis itself. Not only just some of the maintenance maybe that I can do, but some of the other features about it. How it's made, I guess. Some of the wires, where they run, maybe some of the troubleshooting, how to do some of that. So I'm really looking forward to that. I do want to make a trek to Gaffney for the service work. I want to have my first service work done at Gaffney, to have them go over the first whatever they do. We've got 6,000 miles on it now, is all we've got on our new coach. But I want to have them doing the maintenance on it, and so that I can learn something from that aspect. Also want to be able to just tour the factory. I have heard people that have been down to Gaffney and made the factory tour, and just how much they really enjoyed watching that. Camp Freightliner did bring a chassis here, a naked chassis, so I'm looking forward to seeing that empty chassis, to see where things run through, and just kind of look at it from that standpoint. So Gaffney's on our bucket list.